talking about yesterday in practicing? Stephen, what were we practicing yesterday?
We were practicing what you need to do to get a 3 in math.
Okay, well, we were talking about how to get a 3, but more specifically, we were comparing fractions on a number line, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so here is your goal, that you, the student, will be able to generate equivalent fractions using models. You will also be able to compare the two fractions, thinking of greater than, less than, or equal to, be able to justify it. What do I mean by justify it? Anastasia?
Kind of like think about it, like maybe decipher it a little bit.
Okay, what else? Avery, thank you for sharing.
Being able to explain it well and determine what it is, like find out what it is.
But what do we also do every day? You are correct. We can explain it by what? What if I'm taking home your work? How would I know that you justify your answer, Ryan?
You show your work.
I would show my work. So here's what we do for a 3, okay? And we're going to continue this lesson today. So yesterday we started comparing fractions on the number line. Fractions greater than 1, starting with mixed numbers. So for a 3, you are able to compare the two fractions with different numerators and different denominators, using greater than, less than, or equal to. You're able to justify, and what we talked about, we can explain our comparisons using what? Using what? Go.
Visual models.
Visual models, like we normally do with the learning goals. How can we put this in our own words? We know we aimed for a 3 by what? Sophia.
And being able to compare fractions with different denominators, with different numerators and denominators, and being able to use visual models.
All right, so use visuals. What type of visual could I use? Jinhee.
And number line.
Okay, you can use number line. What else? Lucia.
Stacking.
Try again.
Array model.
We can use array models. Okay, Jacob?
Graph.
Okay, well we're gonna get to it, but we can then talk about the line plots and graphs. Good. So when this is on the board, okay, your goal, you're comparing the fractions like you were, okay? So how can you prove to me that you understand how to compare fractions that have the same and different denominators? What can you do? Lance?
Use visuals.
Use visuals. Stephen?
Maybe use DDMN.
Okay, to divide the denominator, multiply the numerator. Okay, I'll add that. That's when we get to mixed numbers, okay, but good. All right, now that we have our goal, boys and girls, all right, I'll come back to this, but let's take out our notebooks. Let's do a practice of it. This is not in the vocabulary section, this is just your regular math. Let's start with our heading, comparing fractions. Remember, we're going to use greater than, less than, or equal to. For a 3, we want to use a model. Use part of this page, and on your own, how would you compare these two? Because each of you have a different strategy. What would you do? 3/8 compared to 1/2. Is 3/8 greater than? Is it less than? Is it equal to? What would you do? Write it down. We're going to share it. You're going to share it with your partner, and we're going to talk about it. 3/8 compared to 1/2. Remember, this means greater than, less than, or equal to. When we talked about a 3, visuals, that's a big one. So a good first step could be drawing a visual of both. other strategies you've been practicing, go on ahead. After you draw your visual, show me that strategy. First, talk about the visual. You don't need to put in notes that you're drawing it yet, okay? All right. I see the visuals, so that's a good start. I see some of you are changing them from unlike to like. It's another good strategy. Start drawing. So right there. Just another minute. See, most of you have your visuals and you're finishing up, you're wrapping up that second strategy. Well done. Oh, I like how some have written explanations too. Explain further why. Okay. What should I have drawn for my visual when comparing 3/8 and 1/2 cove?
So I did a rectangle.
Okay, can you tell me for the first rectangle, the dimensions for it?
I would split it by 2 by 4.
Okay, so you did a 2 by 4. Okay, so you have 2 rows. Alright.
And
Now
then I
what?
shaded 3 of those.
Okay,
Now
now
I drew another rectangle
did you shade it like this or differently?
with that.
Like this? Okay. And then you drew a second rectangle?
And that would be one line right down the middle.
Horizontally or vertically?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can shade one part of that.
Alright. So there's my visual, okay? How many of you needed to do an extra strategy to help support if 3/8 is greater than or less than half? Okay? Jacob, do you want to share your strategy?
Sure.
Okay.
I did a number line.
You did a number line, okay?
And I did 0 at the beginning, 1, and then 2. And I know half is in between 0 and 1. So I drew that, but then I know half of 8/3 would be 4/8. So I know that it would be less, so that would be after, in between the half and the 0. About.
So you wanted a visual of what came first. I see. So you have 3/8